Oh, hello! So, last episode, we were working on the missing exhibit quest, and, we got most of it done. We ended up in the Calvard Embassy because the latest part of it requires us to actually read, one of the books here in order to continue the quest. But, while we're here, let's go and talk to the person we need to go and talk to, which I believe was past these doors.
This should be the ambassador's office. Shall we say hello to Elsa?
Let's go.
Alright, let me introduce you.
Yes, come in.
Pardon us, Elsa.
Why, Zin Vatek. Hello, come in. Last I heard, you returned to Calvard. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Gransel?
Ha! Well, let's just say this old dog had a trick or two more to show off. I'll likely be here in Liberl for a while.
As to be expected of an A-rank bracer, I suppose. You never let up, do you? So, who's this with you?
A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. These are our, assistants, Oliver Lenheim and Chloe Rins.
A pleasure, Ambassador.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador. The pleasure is mine. I'm Elsa Crocane. Something like that. I think it's Crocane. Calvard's ambassador to Liberl. I get the feeling this is a bit more than a social call, though.
I'm afraid so.
Ah, that letter, yes. You're helping the Royal Army investigate the matter, then?
Technically, yes. The threats of terrorism aren't exactly something the Guild can ignore either. Would you mind helping us out?
Well, I suppose we're well stuck into this situation after all. What would you like to know?
Well, to start with, do you have any idea who sent that letter? Like, does anyone in the Republic oppose the signing of the pact, or...?
Well, of course. You're looking at one after all.
Huh?
Elsa, please. Try not to tease the kids too much, yeah?
Well, the truth's the truth, Zin. I'm pretty sure I've chewed your ear off enough about Erebonia for you to know what I think,
Well, yeah.
Still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approved of the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job.
Right. Is there anyone else from Calvard who might oppose the pact?
Oh, certainly. There's all tiny groups. They're all tiny groups, though. And to be honest, there's no real reason to oppose it anyway.
No reason? I don't quite follow.
It's not worth bothering. The pact doesn't have any practical effect. It's simply agreeing to the statement, we shall not rely on violence to solve internal problems and negotiate instead. It's more of a declaration than anything else, but...
It is a little more than a promise which can be broken without consequence. Save a loss of face, no?
Precisely. The worst it could do would be to rally other countries against the aggressor. Now, it's true that relations between Erebonia and Calvard have gotten even worse than usual over the past decade. So there is some value in establishing Liberl as a place where we can negotiate. But again, who'd bother opposing that?
Yeah. It doesn't really seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of threatening letters about.
You know, it's kind of funny. Without spoiling too much, they talk about how Erebonia and Calvard are not really on the best of terms. And I believe we see that in the Cold Steel games. But then, like, after the Cold Steel games, we get to the Calvard games, and it's like well, I say games, but I've only played Daybreak 1. I haven't played the other ones. But, like, in Daybreak 1, for the most part, we don't really see that as much. Like, it's I guess that's because of the events of Cold Steel. But, and you get to the Calvard games, and it's kind of like, you don't really hear too much about Calvard and Erebonia not getting along. So, but, I mean, that's all I can really say without spoiling anything. Well, Ambassador Crochane, if you don't believe someone from Calvard is the perpetrator, then whom do you suspect? Well, my gut of course tells me to blame it all on the Erebonians, the militaristic Hawk faction specifically. But frankly, even they have the new engine on the line. They aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses to spite their faces. Wait, Hawk faction? I don't remember much about a Hawk faction. That's news to me. Well, I say news, but I mean I've done this before. It's it's reminding me of something that's news to me, I guess. I don't remember a Hawk faction. Interesting. I might have to go look that up.
The new engine? Wait, you mean the one from the Arceal?
Yes, an engineering sample will be provided to both Calvard and Erebonia. It'll happen right after the signing, in fact.
Whoa!
As to be expected of Queen Alicia. She holds both Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand.
Yes, I have to admit, she handled this masterfully. That cutting-edge engine is going to birth a whole new generation of airship designs. And Alicia is practically handing it out, so long as you sign this agreement and play nice with it and each other, at least for a while. Even the most testosterone-poisoned ninnies among the Erebonian Hawks wouldn't want to miss this chance. Testosterone-poisoned ninnies! Oh my god, I can't deal.
Yeah, I guess so.
Which means, of course, that the possibility that either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low.
Indeed. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, you were a big help. Just being able to cross suspects off the list helps a lot. Oh, speaking of which, though, we'd like to ask you about something else.
Oh, Ren's parents, okay. Harold Hayworth, a merchant from Crossbell. I can't say it rings any bells, I'm sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least.
Darn. Well, thanks.
Do remember that Crossbell sits directly between Erebonia and Calvard, however. You may want to inquire at the Erebonian embassy as well.
Okay, thanks, Ambassador. And thanks for being so open with us.
You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help. By the way, you said your name was Estelle Bright? You wouldn't happen to be Brigadier General Bright's daughter?
Oh, you know Dad?
Of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army, and now the head of Liberal's Royal Army. I'd heard he had a daughter, but I didn't expect to meet you like this.
Well, I'm just kind of an inexperienced newbie myself still.
You're off to a good start then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, I hope you'll aid us, Miss Bright.
Well, if the chance comes up, sure. Well, we'll see you around.
I mean, fair enough. Estelle is, her father's daughter. She's definitely in the guild. To be fair, I do feel like, at least from what I've seen so far in the Calvard games, Calvard does seem to be a little bit more reliant on the guild than, say, Erebonia. But I feel like Liberal is probably... I feel like the guild is probably the most... not the guild. The Liberal is probably the most reliant on the guild. I feel like when it comes down to, like, bracers, we see them the most in Liberal. We see, like... I feel like Liberal make... like... I guess it's because of Estelle and Joshua, though, because it's centered around their story, and Estelle is part of the Bracer Guild, so we see the Bracer Guild way more. But I don't know, it just feels like, it feels like we see the Bracers the most with, Liberal. Okay, we need to make our way for the last part of the quest. What was it? An open door and a dance of valorous... Oh, the arena. Right. I think the arena was over here, right? Yeah.
Huh? It's unlocked.
The entrance here should be kept locked as long as there's no show of, like, the martial arts tournaments. In which case...
It seems this is our goal, then. Alright, let's get inside.
Okay, so... Okay, so I think we have a fight coming up. So from what I wrote down is to equip accessories that makes that you resist freeze. You know, it would help if I had... Well, she's fine. He's fine. I don't have accessories on Zin. Well, I also don't have anything on Zin. Oh, great. I don't have Zin and Oliver equipped. Right. That's fun. Wait, does Oliver still have... Oliver still has his orbments. Right. Okay. So... just in case, because I think we're gonna get into a fight. I could be wrong. I don't know why else I would write make sure to have like freeze resist accessories. And yet there isn't any. Wait, what about, is there another, there's another shop here, right? There's the Orbital shop. That's the weapon shop. That's the pub. I don't think... Oh, wait. Actually. Let's go back to the... mall. I might be able to find some here. Okay. Freeze. Okay. Alright, so... I'll take this one off. And I'll give this to him. Oh, whoops. I thought I... Dang it. There we go. What does he have for... defense, HP, EP, mute, move 3. You know. Okay, so... let me give him attack 2. I don't really have much. Action 1, impede 1. Because I think I can make do with that. I think. Does he... what does he have for... taunt, distend, composure, smite? Okay. Okay, are we supposed to... yeah. Yep.
A grand arena. Kinda nostalgic.
Feels like we were here just yesterday. Just standing here has me recalling the admiring roar of the audience.
You were invited to the castle after you won the martial arts competition, right, Estelle? I wish I could have joined you on the field.
Think about it. I was still pretty amateurish. But you know, once this whole thing is cleared up, I'd like to take part in next year's martial arts competition. To test my own ability, for one.
Now that sounds like Cassius's daughter to me. I'd like to join in on the action, too.
I, don't really feel like I'd have a chance against you, Zin.
Well then, I shall sing from the seats to cheer you on, Estelle. I will serenade my love for you as mightily as I can.
Pass.
Oh!
Monsters!
This feels reminiscent of some old Coliseum games. The setting is certainly apt. It's a pity we lack an audience.
Here they come. It's Cryon! It's Master Cryon! Oh my god. Bruh. Didn't we get rid of you? How are you back? Okay, wait, what is it weak to? Fire. Of course it'd be weak to fire. Oh, well, that's just great. Nope. I mean, he does have Flare Arrow, but I'm gonna smack. Right, now it makes sense why why I wrote down, like, make sure to equip, like, freeze resist. Soul Blur. Not bad, good damage. Soul Blur. Not too difficult of a fight. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What? What was that?
It was like a magic trick.
What a fabulous display! He is a fitting rival indeed. Ugh, he's even weirder than I thought he'd be. Well, whatever, let's check the contents.
Yep.
Portrait of our seal. There was a card stuck to the bottom of the box.
My princess, my rival, and brave bracers. Did you enjoy the show I prepared for you? As I do not wish to upset the mood of our main role, it is time for the supporting actors to take their bows. I hope you will look forward to our next chance meeting.
Some chance meeting? I wish he'd cut it out.
But there's something curious about it. Main role, supporting actors. What does that mean?
Now that you mention it... Ah, screw it. Let's go return to the photo to the archives.
Oh, I don't even get to get to click on the chest for, like, another message or anything like that? Damn. I can't thank you enough, Braces. Still, why would that phantom thief fellow steal a portrait of the Arcil? It certainly is lovely, but it's really nothing more than a simple portrait. It holds little monetary value.
Well, he doesn't care about value so much as he cares about pulling off a good prank or two. And it's probably our fault that the museum got wrapped up in his latest one. Sorry for putting you through all this.
Haha, no need to apologize. It wasn't your doing. And if anything, I'm very pleased with how you handled this. Excellent work. There we go. That's done. Okay, let's go... Wait, where am I? Right, okay. Let's go back. We'll report that. And then we'll make our way to the Erebonian embassy. Okay, is there anything else we need to... Nope, okay, everything's done. For now. For now, because you know there's gonna be more. Okay. So, let's go... The Erebonian embassy should be, like, up this way, I think.
Hello, Bergen. You've been well, I hope.
Oliver! Where in the hell have you been?
Why, I've been places. What's wrong?
What's wrong, he says. You've been totally incommunicado. Incommunicado? Communicado? Whatever. Ever since you went to Elmo. Major Vander's about ready to throw you out a window.
Ah, he wishes to launch me like a love rocket. Adorable!
Oliver? Did you seriously forget to tell Mueller and the embassy you were with us?
When wandering the roads, hunting for love, one must be discreet and secretive. Well, Bergen, may we enter?
I can't say no to you, but who's with you?
Oh, we're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few things if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Oliver introduce us.
Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy. Do remember that the embassy is Erebonian soil, so be careful, yeah?
We will be.
This is quite the building.
Wow. This place definitely matches the Calvardian embassy in terms of fanciness.
Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time. It's very imperial, if nothing else.
It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Crenage would hit the roof if he heard you say that. Ah, my most bosom companion! It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller?
I would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure you were constantly aware of your location, and you...
Ah, but 'tis a tactic in the war of love. Did you know absence makes the heart grow fonder?
Oh my god. You know, actually, the funny thing about that is the only other time I've ever heard that phrase is in the movie Bambi. I'm pretty sure it's the movie Bambi, where they made the comment of like absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm pretty sure I've heard it there. Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you.
Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered comparatively.
Well, ignoring the lunatic, I presume you have business here at the embassy?
Yes, sir. We would like to speak to the ambassador.
That letter, right. I'd been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bright in the Royal Army, I take it.
Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven. That kind of thing.
A commendable mindset. No doubt why he chose you. Very well. I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Crenage. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introductions as opposed to a certain someone.
Really? Thanks, Mueller.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Wait! You really have so little faith in me?
You, thought we had faith in you for this?
If you introduced us, he'd probably want to have kicked us out.
Sorry, Oliver.
Ah, the sting of being forsaken!
The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Crenage is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment.
We'll wait then.
I don't think I can get this just yet. Yeah, okay. We need to get Mueller to accompany us. So, we have to talk to the ambassador first.
So, this is the office. Wow!
Indeed! Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence?
Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know.
I apologize for the wait. Lord Crenage will see you now.
Let's go then!
Welcome to the Ereborian Embassy guests. I am Lord Davil Crenage, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land.
I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild.
Zen Vatek, also of the guild.
I'm Chloe Renne, second-year student at the Genus Royal Academy and assistant to the Bracers.
And I am the servant of love and peace, Oliver Lenheim.
Yeah, you. I heard you gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Oliver. For me, or me for that matter.
Such a strict dressing down. Much more and I'll have to lose my jacket.
Setting that aside, you are here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know?
Okay, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact?
You are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact. And no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course.
Yeah, I bet. So, you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire, then?
What other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvar behind all this. Some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition, doing whatever it pleases, is a perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule.
I have a question. I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong. Our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can. But even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith.
Details. You think the mob thinks like that? Ha! All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you.
Well,
Excuse me, Lord Crenage? May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion of the non-aggression pact is?
What?
Flawless repose, Chloe.
Who?
The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government. The Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gileath Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto. Our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the rail system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means.
Annex? Oh, wait. You mean he...
Oliver! How can you criticize your empire's chancellor?
Oh, but Devil! How was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Crochane over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see.
What?
Why, if we don't help these people now, it will give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree?
Uh...
My Lord Crenage, there is no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem.
You have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear he is actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it.
Really?
That's because he's looking forward to getting the engine, right?
No, apparently, he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there is harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate.
I hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance it's someone from the Empire.
Yeah, it looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions.
See? It is as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere.
One sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question.
Yes, a most pitiable situation. The separation of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell? I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with this Hayworth Mueller?
No, I've never heard of the man either.
Really? This is starting to look kinda grim.
To search at once for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parents sounds most trying. It may seem trite, but I do wish you luck, young lady.
Thanks, Mr. Lord Crenage.
Allow me to show you the gate then.
Alright, before we exit the villa, go back over here. Let's go to Nathan. How could this be? This book is banned in Erebonia. Who put this on the shelf? Crap! It's Ambassador Crenage. If Ambassador Crenage knew, I'd get an earful. Ah, I know. You there. Take this book. Gambler Jack. On one hand, I kind of wonder what really makes this book banned. On the other hand, I'm not going to sit here and read it either.
Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the ambassador was a big help.
No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Ha! Indeed!
I do hope we can solve this.
Huh? Oliver, you're awfully quiet.
It's nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment.
In reverie, he says. You know, there's a game called Trails to Reverie, you know. Or was it Into Reverie? Is it through or into? You know, I don't remember.
It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind.
Okay.
Oliver, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Grancel, yes? Where else? I would not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed as always.
What?
Oh my.
Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far, and I may have to spear you upon the embassy's flagpole. Ah, so that's the direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day.
Oh no. Vander's like, bro, I'm about to just hang you on the flagpole and just end it there.
Oh man.
Alternatively, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I could explain it to Lord Crenage.
That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend.
So that's how you keep Oliver under control. Maybe I should write this down.
Ha! I say they match each other perfectly myself.
That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation.
Thanks again, Mueller. With the embassies out of the way, all that's left is the liberal news. Hopefully Niall or someone will be able to help us.
Hopefully. Shall we be off? Alright, let's make our way to the liberal news. Now, I believe you could talk to Anton again for the achievement thing. I don't know for certain, but I think so. Oh wait, I just went in the wrong... Let's go this way. But obviously, as I said, I'm not doing it. I just think you can. I could be wrong. And that's not the liberal news. I keep going in all the wrong doors. Alright, where's Niall? Niall's not over here? Huh? Am I? I guess... Oh, Estelle!
Hey, Chief. It's been a while.
What do you need today, Business with Niall?
Yeah, I got some questions on guild business. Is he back from Rouen yet?
Yeah, he's back, but I think he stepped outside to do some coverage.
Ah, figures. He always does some pretty busy. He always does seem pretty busy.
Well, that's our job after all. Don't know where he is, but I heard he'll be back by the evening.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
It seems we should start somewhere else.
This can probably be the last place we visit.
I think this is the last place we visit, though, isn't it? Yeah, this is supposed to be the last place we visit. That's weird. Huh. Unless, wait, okay. Oh, Gransel Castle. I forgot. I forgot all about Gransel Castle. I visited everyone else. So I visited the 2 embassies, so I thought, you know, why not?
Say, you're the winners of the martial arts competition, right?
Yeah, that's us.
Thanks for your help back then.
Oh, that is, you know, I totally didn't even realize that literally we have practically the same party. The only difference is that instead of having Joshua with us, we have Chloe with us. I totally forgot.
Hey, no worries. So what brings you here today? If you're here to see someone that can certainly be arranged. Or did you just want to have a walk around the palace? That's okay too.
Actually, I'm here on bracer business today.
Which is to say, hello, Dan. How do you pronounce that? Alutz? Oh my god.
What is these words? What is English? How does one read?
It's been a while.
Your Highness! Princess Claudia, we were not aware you returned.
Sorry to startle you two. I'm afraid I'm here on business, though. Estelle and I have some things in the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass, please?
Of course, Your Highness. By your command, my lady.
Wow.
Only slightly popular, isn't she? I think I'm starting to get why that Duke guy is so jealous. Now entering, ladies Chloe and Estelle and their entourage. Open the gate.
He was about to say princess. He was like, wait, let me not say that.
Please, come in.
Thank you, you two. Well, Estelle, welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in.
Thanks.
Imagine being able to call a castle your house. God. On one hand, like, you know, it's funny, like, on one hand, I think a lot of us would love to have, like, huge mansions or, like, castles or whatever of our own, whatnot, like, it'd be great. But on the other hand, like, they're so big. And there's, like, for me, it's like, I would never want to live in, like, a mansion or a castle. Like, I'm fine with a small house, one where, you know, one that has everything I need, and not someplace big, you know, because, like, yeah, it's nice to look at, like, the big places, like, the big castle and mansion and everything, like, they look beautiful. But, like, I feel like if I was to live in a place like that, I'd get lonely, you know what I'm saying? It starts to feel kind of lonely because there's, like, it's so big, and only it would be like, for me, like, you know, I'm one person, but, like, even if I had, like, my family living with me, right, it would still feel kind of lonely. Whereas, like, a small house is kind of nice because everybody's kind of closer together, you know, and it's not so huge and spacious and whatever. I don't know.
maybe I'm overthinking it, but that's just, I don't know. I think that's just how I look at it.
Okay, time to nose around the castle a bit. So obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask about the letter and just say hi. But, let's see, who else? Julia's gone, right?
Yes, she's currently at Lyston Fortress overseeing the refitting of the Arseal.
Well, that's going to make things a bit harder on us. She probably could have given us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could we confer with, I wonder?
With Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda, at least concerning Ren's parents. If the Haywards have ever visited the castle, she would know.
Yeah, Hilda kind of seems to have some sort of castle sense about these things. So, where would we find them, you think?
Grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour. And Hilda, if she isn't in the maid's room, they can tell us where she is at least.
Good idea. Maid's room and the Queen's chamber. Off we go.
Was this the maid's room? Miss Estelle. And Miss Claudia. Mr. Zinn, too. Pardon me, it's been quite some time.
Ha! It sure has.
Yeah, it reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform, Shea.
Oh, Estelle's a maid.
Yeah, it was to meet with the Queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one too. Shea did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it.
Oh my. Thank you very much.
Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia, so perfectly also portrayed a maidservant. Oh, noble endeavors, both. I am sure it must have been quite beaudacious to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet.
Oh, right, Shea. Do you know where Hilda is? I believe Mistress Hilda is in the library. As I recall, she said she had something to look up.
Library, got it.
I have no clue where the library is. This is obviously not the library. Still not the library. This ain't it, Chief. Nope, this ain't it. Okay. I don't remember where the library is. Oh, this looks like... Oh, here we go. Princess Claudia, and Miss Estelle, too. Hello, Hilda. I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back.
Hi, Hilda. Sorry I've been out of touch.
It's quite alright. I'm glad to see you're well. I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you are home safe.
Aw, Hilda.
You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions, Hilda? If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let us borrow a guest room. Yes, I see. You're attending to the investigation of that letter we received, then? I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be?
That's exactly it. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues.
Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving that letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be of little aid in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it is not the work of anyone in this castle.
Yeah, we kind of figured that one.
Who was the letter here addressed to, out of curiosity? No less a person than Her Majesty herself. I check all letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of the letter. Believe me, if I could lay my hands on the rude fool who wrote that.
Ah, pardon me. I was wondering, were there any other suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? Ones critical of royal decisions, for example.
Ah, well. Hilda, please, help us for my sake if no one else's. We need as much info as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions, per se. They were largely petitions to reduce our annual, or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Grancel, but the rest I cannot be sure on.
People want Colonel Richard free?
No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures even after his capture and shaming.
The Colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him.
I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat. Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing. Trying to force it to do another, trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether.
Well, even still, knowing the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I wanted to ask about something else.
Harold Hayward, a trader from Crossbell. Yes, I remember him.
Say what?
Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were with him as well.
Really? Hey!
Alas, this provides us with little clue as to where the Haywards may have gone.
Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however.
What would that be?
Their child greatly enjoyed the tour. However, her parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me. But when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain.
Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist. Sounds like something was on their minds, alright.
Yes, it seems likely they were in some kind of trouble, even then.
This may give us a clue as to where they went.
Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gave us some good leads.
I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess, you'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust. And if your friends lack accommodations...
Huh?
I had intended to stay here while in Grancel, yes, but you know. Well, how about it, everyone?
Ah, you forget they're expecting me to be a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however. And I've got what's basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I gotta decline this time.
I should probably ask Agate and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Renne, too.
That's true. It sounds like she loves the castle. I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay.
Thanks, Hilda.
Thank you, Hilda. Not at all. I must return to the maid's quarters. Please, let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me.
Okay, so we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right?
Yes, but I'd be surprised if she isn't.
Let us not keep her waiting then.
Alright, so... this way? That's not her chambers. Oh, I guess her chambers is on the roof then. This is not the way to the roof. I've obviously forgotten how to get to the roof. There we go. Ah, you finally arrived.
Huh?
Grandmother?
Huh? Sieg?
I see. Sieg was being thoughtful, wasn't he? Yes, he let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you are always welcome as long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything not long after you left to train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden.
Oh. Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help. So, I'm okay. Don't worry.
I see. Your sword has gained new steel since we last met, Estelle. Mr. Vartek and Mr. Lenheim, both of you, of course, are also welcome in my home. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some tea prepared. Ah, so you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware they've been sent to the cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It is difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank.
Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated to the case, to see if we can find some clues.
Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible? Especially someone within the borough. Claudia, what do you think? Me? As a possible heir, your thoughts should daily be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Very well. I don't believe there is any force in the country which is truly opposed to the path. I've heard in various places, however, that following the coup, some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very concerned. Their frustrations might be at the root of this letter, though. Very good. My opinion is more or less the same.
Sorry, but, I don't quite follow.
Alan and Colonel Richard was not the only man who approved of the idea of expanding and empowering our military. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety.
Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in military control and expansion, like the intelligence division guys? Still in the run?
That would be the short of it, yes. If that is the case, then I would say I bear the responsibility for this as much as they. It was my belief that led them to take such action in the first place, after all. Grandmother.
I don't know. I don't think they have the right to be all blah, let's threaten people and be scary because we're sore losers.
No, there are few things more precious than the freedom to express oneself, Estelle. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment and a war footing do so out of a love for Le Beurre and its people. They have as much right to express that idea as any of us have ours. And listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility.
Though in that case, I rather doubt they'll actually try to stop the ceremony, yes?
Assuming that letter is from the expansionists, yes, that's quite the possibility. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power with which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that is the case, then I fear I can offer you little advice or knowledge.
Ah, rats!
Queen Alicia, if I may broach a question.
Of course, Oliver, whatever you wish.
Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others.
Oliver, you're talking to a queen, you know.
It's alright, Estelle. Oliver has a point. The plans and proposal for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The crossbelt issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well, and I hope this can help.
Crossbell? That's where Renne's from, isn't it?
Yes, it lies due northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains, and directly between Erebonia and Calvard. Both the Republic and the Empire claim it should be part of their governments, and some Crossbellians want total independence. It's quite a mess.
Crossbell's basically a fishbone stuck in two throats at once. All the issues surrounding it just get called the Crossbell problem.
I see. Boy, no wonder people get worked up about it then.
Ah, so your aim is to pluck out the bone with this pack then?
To continue the analogy, it is not a bone that can be removed in one gesture, sadly. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes! Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Le Beurre spurred it on.
I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Le Beurre was far more of a fool's errand than I'd even imagined. That much at least is painfully obvious to me now.
What are you going on about? Oh wait! Crossbell, Renne, Duh, sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but...
My goodness, a child abandoned at the royal villa. I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed, it seems.
I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be, Your Majesty.
No, I'm very sorry, but I do not. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken with her?
Yeah, we did.
Hilda only said they were behaving a little strangely. I see. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell and the Crossbell government. If that would help, ask whenever you need.
Oh, thanks.
Grandmother, thank you for all your help. We need to move on, unfortunately. But, don't be nervous. I know what you wish to say, I think. You'll be staying in the castle tonight, yes? Let us speak then once you are no longer busy. Alright.
My goddess, such royalty! I would say she is the only person on the continent with that sense of balance. Sort of feels weird to say coming from a democracy, but she's the perfect ruler. I kinda envy the girl, to be honest.
Of course. She's the queen after all. Chloe, what's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. I was just struck again by how incredible a woman Grandmother is. I really doubt I can ever live up to her.
Oh.
Princess. When did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne?
Oh, she was 20 if I recall.
And may I ask your age?
I'm 16, but what?
My point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you are not yet even as old as she, when she first donned the purple. I see little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now, wouldn't you agree? We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called unity of purpose. Even those with the tiniest innate skills, like, say, Walter, only reach their peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes you have the capacity to get there, Princess. Just take it one step at a time. Don't worry.
Oliver, Zin, thank you, really.
Good job, you two. Chloe's going to be an awesome queen someday. I guess you get good with pep talks as you get older, huh?
Get older? How rude. I'm a fresh, youthful 25. 5 years younger than Zin here, even. You're one to call out someone on being rude, Oliver.
Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and Grandmother both.
Yep. Back to town then, I guess.
Yes, let's be off. Alright, well, that is it for this episode, you guys. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Next episode, we head to the Liberal News. So, I will see you all then. Take care. Bye!